Hey y'all, Rob the American here, and I am back in London. I'm here for two reasons. One of them, first reason, is this nondescript building that's in front of me, or behind me I should say. We're going to see, this is the London showroom of Baltic watches, and if you don't know Baltic watches, you're going to find out all about them. And then later this evening, we're going back to Time and Tide Studios because the brand Piaget is having an event that we've been invited to, so I'm gonna drag y'all along with me, so stick around. It's gonna be an action-packed day.
Guys, welcome to the Baltic Watches showroom in London. We have a very nice showroom here in the center of London in Fitzrovia. It's a showroom that we opened about 2.5 years ago. A place where you can discover more about the brand, learn about what we have in the range, meet us, ask us any of your questions. We want to offer a very unique experience. Have a look at the watches, try them on in some rather fantastic light. Come for coffee and leave with a watch.
All right, y'all, I am sitting in the Baltic Watch showroom with Baudouin. Baudouin, thank you so much for having me in
thanks
today.
for coming.
Well, and you and I have been talking a little bit, and I was trying to think of how I came to know Baltic as a brand, and it was a few years ago, and the watch that you have kindly lent me is the watch, the MR, the watch that kind of introduced me to Baltic. Can you tell us a little bit about the brand itself?
Yeah, of course. The brand is just turned 8 years old a few days ago.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. 8 years old a few days ago. It's a brand that was launched on Kickstarter.
Okay.
In 2017. It was a project launched by Etienne, Paul, and Clément, the three co-founders.
Oh, and I should say it's a French company if you haven't picked up the accent and everything.
Sorry about that. Started on Kickstarter in 2017. We had two watches, the HMS simple three-hander, hours, minutes, seconds, and the Bicompax watch that had the similar design, but it was a manual chronograph.
Okay.
The brand was started out of the desire of Etienne Malik to make the watch that his father never got to have when he was a collector.
Well, so I had mentioned to you that I read that he got into watches because of finding his father's watch collection. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. So Etienne unfortunately lost his father when he was quite young.
Okay.
I think around 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
His father was a big watch collector and a big photographer, and he had a journal in which he documented his life as a collector, kind of the same thing as
his father did this.
His father did that. His father basically had Instagram 30 years before it existed.
Ahead of his time.
Ahead of his time. Had photos of every watch he bought, he sold, the prices he sold them for, loads of different details. And in the journal, Etienne found about one watch that his father never got to own because it was too expensive back then, and it was too expensive, still is too expensive today.
Sure.
A chronograph, Longines 13ZN. Two registered.
I like how the French accent comes out when the French words come out.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, when I say Longines, it doesn't have the same beauty. Let's say.
And he wanted to do a watch like this. Had the opportunity to sketch a watch, make a prototype, and when he showed it to a few collectors in his little circle of friends in Paris, a few of them were quite impressed. Said, "If you make some, I'll buy them."
Right.
Gave him the idea to do a Kickstarter.
Wow.
And it sold very, very well on Kickstarter. I think it was one of the most popular watch campaigns back then in 2016, 2017, which was kind of the start of micro brands. The name is a nod to his father again. Etienne didn't want to put his own name on the dial. He thought it was a bit too pompous, a bit too pretentious. Decided to call it Baltic because his father was of Polish origin, next to the Baltic Sea. So decided to do that. It kind of is a little twist people don't really know about.
All right, what are you going to show us?
So we have here a selection of the three essentials in the Baltic range.
So this is kind of Baltic's greatest hits?
Exactly, yeah. the three that we sell the most and the three that people want to know the most about. The first one that came here in the range was the Aquascaf Classic. It's a dive watch. It's quite small, coming at 39 millimeters.
Oh, don't say small. That is my sweet spot, 39 millimeters.
We have a sapphire crystal and 200 meters of water resistance. It's a watch that comes on either a rubber band or the beads of rice, which is our metal bracelet, our first metal bracelet. The MR Classic, the micro rotor. This is much smaller. It's 36 millimeters by 44.
But it wears beautifully.
It wears very, very well. It's a watch that has a micro rotor movement that we're quite delighted about. It's a very, very good movement, very thin, very small. This is about 9.9 millimeters. Salmon dial with an offset seconds at 7 o'clock.
The green one, that is personally, that's my absolute favorite of all the watches y'all make.
This is the Hermétique. The Hermétique Tour, so the first one that we have in the first one that we had in the range. This is a very, very neat watch. Whenever someone comes to me and doesn't really know what they want, this is always the watch I'm gonna try to show them first. This is going to bridge the gap between dress watches and between sports watches. It has a very unique case with a hidden crown that you just have to pop out with your nails to set the time. This is the latest release in the range. This is the Scalegraph Tour Auto. This is...
Sorry, say that without all the Frenchness. Say it again?
The Scalegraph Tour Auto.
Okay.
Sorry. This is quite a neat watch as well. This is an evolution of the Tricompax. We changed the name for this series. This is a watch that we did as a collaboration with the Tour Auto, which is a road rally held in France in April every year.
Mm-hmm. All right, Baudouin, you've been very patient and very generous with your time. Last question. What is the best way for folks to find out more about Baltic?
The absolute best way to come and discover the brand is to come to the showrooms, to be able to handle the watches in person in good light, try different configurations, things they've seen on the website or they haven't seen, with us directly. We have a showroom in Paris, soon a boutique in Paris, which will be quite exciting. We have a showroom in London, which we opened about 2.5 years ago.
Which is where we're sitting right now, filming, folks. Yep.
And we have a showroom in New York City, which opened a bit less than a year ago.
Oh, wow.
We're also available at shows, whether it's in Switzerland, France, the US, the UK. We try to go out and meet enthusiasts wherever they are.
Well, that's how I met you.
At Watch Pro.
Where we just started chatting, and that's how I ended up sitting here. And I harassed the hell out of him to let me come in, and I finally wore him down, folks. And what about y'all's social media?
Otherwise, the best way to do it is to find out more is either on the website, on our Instagram.
And what's the website? Is it Baltic Watches?
Baltic-watches.com.
Baltic-watches.com. Okay.
Not to be confused with a watch dealer in Latvia called Baltic Watches as well.
And you said Instagram?
Otherwise, Instagram. We share all the news, all the releases. It's all over there. And then otherwise, if you're a bit more into into Facebook, we have the Baltic Watches Club on Facebook,
right?
Where people can ask questions, people can share experiences. We can chat with them as well, offer them our point of view. there or on Reddit as well.
Very good. Listen, thank you so much for having
Yeah.
us in your space.
Thanks for coming.
No, this is great. And y'all be sure and check out Baltic watches because you will not be disappointed. And you know the rule. Be sure and tell them that Rob the American sent you. Thanks, Bodwan.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.
All right, y'all, our first part of the day was with Baltic Watches. Now this is our second half of the day, is back at Time and Time Studios on the first floor, or second floor if you're American, for the Piaget event. Should be all kinds of interesting watches, so let's go in and check it out.
Now, I have to my right the Heritage Officer of Piaget, Mr. Alain, I just can't say it properly, Bourgeot? Mr. Alain Bourgeot, who is the Heritage Officer of Piaget. My issue with watch events is that you come, Eleanor, and the brand puts an enormous amount of effort into a beautiful exhibition and never talks about what it is or the concept behind it or how you can experience it. The good news is, and this is because of you, Alain, you can touch the pieces tonight. You can actually have anything out. Because when I asked you, what are your favourite events, what did you say?
The events where people can not only look at the pictures, but touch them. Because the Piaget creations are to be seen with hands.
That was beautifully said. So, everything you see tonight can be photographed, can be touched, can be put on the wrist. Now we get to the 70s. What happened in the 70s for Piaget?
In the 70s, we have the amazing creation, necklace watches, cuff watches, and at the end of the 70s, the Piaget Polo.
Yes.
I got a mail from a lady in Istanbul, and she said, I have a Piaget watch, but it's too big for me, so I want to melt it. And I said, no, please, no. So finally I could buy them, I could buy the watch, and here it is. For your pleasure.
So Alain is not only a heritage officer and a super collector of Piaget, he's also a superhero defending the brand from having these beautiful pieces melted down. Thank you again. So many friends here, so many really powerful, wonderful, curious people here tonight. I hope you have a wonderful night. Please do take this opportunity to have the watches in your hands. It's such a rare opportunity to have heritage pieces like this at your disposal. Thank you again for coming. Thank you to my team for making this happen, and thank you to Piaget for stepping up the game and really giving us a night to remember on a beautiful London night. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, I've made it to Euston Station to get my train back to Manchester. What an action-packed day we've had. Got huge thank yous, of course, to our pal Baudouin at Baltic Watches for hosting us and sharing those amazing watches. Be sure and check them out. And of course, to our pals at Time and Tide and Piaget for inviting us to that shindig. That was great. That was so much fun. So yeah, big props to them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below on anything you've seen today. And join me again for some more Watch Talk. Y'all take good care.